welcome back. Today I got an email asking me to look very carefully at something that was said at the Congress UAP report. It's a question and answer between Adam Schiff and Scott Bray, who's the Deputy Director of Navy Intelligence. Mr. Schiff asks about what the Navy saw, and Scott Bray uses two terms he shouldn't have. Look at the guy sitting behind Scott Bray, who's really nervous. His body language is showing to me that Scott Bray has overstepped his mark and has let a cat out of the bag. And the two terms that Scott Bray mentioned are no discernible means of propulsion, which we'll discuss, and something that he shouldn't have mentioned, and that is active signature management. What are those?
In the Director of National Intelligence 2021 unclassified report, the ODNI reported 144 UAPs between 2004 and 2021, 80% of which were recorded on multiple instruments.
For the majority of incidents that we had in the last year's report, the majority had multi-sensor data.
And that's the object we're looking at right there now, right?
That's it right there.
Okay. Last year's report also said that of those 144, 18 of them reportedly appeared to exhibit unusual flight characteristics, appear to demonstrate advanced technology, and some of them appeared to remain stationary in winds aloft, move against the wind, maneuver abruptly, or move at considerable speed without discernible means of propulsion.
I think I would, without discernible means of propulsion, I would say that we're not aware of any adversary that can move an object without discernible means of propulsion. The question then becomes, in many of these cases where we don't have a discernible mean of propulsion in the data that we have, in some cases there is likely sensor artifacts that may be hiding some of that. There's certainly some degree of something that looks like signature management that we have seen from some of these UAP, but I would caution. I would simply say that there are a number of events in which we do not have an explanation. In which, and there are a small handful in which there are flight characteristics or signature management that we can't explain with the data that we have.
Interesting stuff. So, no discernible means of propulsion means what it says. There's no engine sticking out the back. So how does it move? And active signature management is an enormous field. It's basically camouflage, everything from a jacket that a soldier would wear in the battlefield to making your aircraft invisible. Active signature management that some of these UAPs possibly demonstrate. Well, that's a known technology. The Navy know what's going on here. But the media have grabbed this UAP bait, hook, line, and sinker.
Videos recorded by U.S. Navy personnel have added a new layer of evidence to the current national debate about UFOs. For the first time, radar images recorded inside a Navy ship have confirmed the presence of several unknown objects that swarmed around the ship for hours.
For 2 long hours on the night of July 15, 2019, the crew of the USS Omaha detected on multiple sensor systems unknown objects that surrounded the ship as it moved through ocean waters west of San Diego.
The public's reaction to UAP or UFOs is exactly what the US military wanted. They know what they are. In my humble opinion, I don't think that their disinformation is very well funded. The videos that they're showing are easily explainable. Sensor error, everyday object. The classic one that the Navy put forward for you and I and Congress to see was triangular drone swarms. Well, they weren't. Even the Navy had to admit that the triangular craft were point sources turned into triangles by night vision goggles. Where's the UFO? The real big question to ask is, why are they doing this and who's doing it? Well, first of all, American military have a terrible history of communication. Do you think the US Air Force tell the US Navy everything that they're doing? Do you think black projects by contractors, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin and Boeing tell the Navy everything that they're doing? No. And where are these objects seen? They're seen in MOAs, military operational areas, active firing ranges. And their most important thing is, if anything, any craft appears in an active training area, you have to close down the live firing exercise. That's why they are spotting these objects. It would be fascinating if what they're sharing with us was truly exotic, was truly unknown, was truly possibly alien. They're not. They are known assets by the US or foreign military, and they're using us, the members of the public and the media, to spread the story that they're exotic craft when they know exactly what they are. And I go further and say that they're using Congress to talk about stuff that they fully understand. Active signature management is an enormous industry for the US military, making your assets appear something that they're not. Projecting a fake army, projecting tanks in the battlefield, producing a plane flying in the sky, making people think that they're seeing something that they're not. And the best way to tell your enemy that you've got that technology is to pretend you don't know what it is and let everybody talk about little green men and flying saucers. And according to this email, Scott Bray really let the cat out of the bag when he mentioned no discernible means of propulsion, active signature management. The truth is out there.
There's certainly some degree of something that looks like signature management that we have seen from some of these UAP, but I would caution. I would simply say that there are a number of events in which we do not have an explanation, and there are a small handful in which there are flight characteristics or signature management that we can't explain with the data that we have.